For the past 8 to 10 years of travel, we've been trying to find another place that equal to or similar to Seychelles, where the fishing is great and the accommodations are great as well. We're at the Ayada in the Maldives this year, and Sue and I are just heading out on the first trip. You cannot fish on the house island where the resort sits, so we're stuck taking a boat to some other uninhabited isle or sandbank, and that's what we're doing this morning. We went to 5 different islands in 5 days, chose to opt out of the 6th day when we could have fished because it just wasn't that much fun fishing. The water's nice and calm here. We're on the lee side of the island. On the opposite side, it's kind of windy and rough, so you're going to see a couple of little fish that we're able to catch each day. We're out for 2 hours, and I suspect I must have released 10 to 15 fish every single day. Different varieties, but almost really to a fish, they were all small. That was a little pompano. This, however, was the highlight of the trip. See that going by? That's a 5 to 6 foot black-tip reef shark, and off in the distance there's another one, and there's a whole slew of them right behind you. It looked like it was some kind of feeding frenzy. I don't know if it was or not, but I was watching this for a while. I finally threw the fly into that mass and hoping kind of not to hook one, but I did end up hooking one. He obviously wasn't lip hooked, and I didn't have wire on, so I lost him right away. But it was really kind of fun to watch all those sharks messing around like that. Maybe they were mating. So now I'm back working the water again. It wasn't a great trip. I'll have to admit, paying $200 a day to get taken to an island where you catch a bunch of little baby fish is probably not much fun for any of us. This was an interesting one. It's a Picasso triggerfish that you'll barely see here because I don't like taking them too far out of the water. Beautiful fish, though. And coming up again, you're going to see a couple more pictures of decent-sized fish. We did catch some good-sized snappers, a couple of decent needlefish, a couple of smaller jacks, and also some other pompano. So it wasn't terrific, but we enjoyed what we had there. There's a little baby grouper. We found them everywhere. A little more interesting, we're fishing, walking the sand and fishing around these coral heads. I hooked a fairly decent fish well out into the water there, and he actually dove for the bottom immediately and went down into a big patch of staghorn coral. I thought we were going to be dead and lose the fly and everything else. Not that it was a big deal, but I was finally able to walk all the way out there and tickle him out of the coral head, so we finally got to release him, but it was a nice little snapper. Okay, how about one more simple release before we shut this down and call it over with? It's a one-and-done trip, but that's okay. Sue and I are heading back again. You can see our home island in the distance, and that's about the way it went.